did you hear about how horrible the neighborhood was in San Francisco that we had the oh yeah, I think I sent you some Facebook messages
Yeah, you were telling me how terrible it
at the
was.
time. Oh my god, that was so bad. I feel like I've told this story like 5 times already, but maybe we'll go for six. But like I've never been in a neighborhood so bad by a long shot.
Okay.
And like everybody agreed it was a horrible neighborhood. It wasn't just me and my like not living in cities nature.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like, "Oh my god, that place was crazy." Like I don't know, it's insane. I've never been in a neighborhood where there's just like the police station was on the other side of the block, right?
Uh-huh.
Like literally in the same block of buildings, but you just make a left and then a left again, you know.
Hmm.
And there were like just open broad daylight drug deals, like people just shouting across the street making drug deals. And
Wow.
there was like this corners where like someone from some some illicit organization clearly owned that corner, because there
Oh
would be
shit.
like two like real thuggy looking guys there all day, and they would have their like insanely beefy dog with them, and they would just like they clearly owned that corner.
Wow.
And it was like that corner was like in between the venue and the hotel, so I had to keep going by them like over and over again.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, and all I remember all the like homeless people. Normally, you see homeless people and you're like, oh god, this guy's gonna ask for money or something, right?
Uh-huh.
But this was like, oh god, this guy's gonna like die right here, like
Wow.
there'd be all these homeless people like shot up on heroin,
Holy fuck.
and just like middle of the day. And apparently, you know, these are things I'm learning, that when someone's on heroin, like they'll stand there and then their body will just get so heavy and heavy that they can't hold themselves up. So they'll be like slumped over. Like if you stood up and you tried to touch your toes, right? And you just like let your arms go down and you just bent over
Hmm.
and you just stood like that for like a half hour. And I'm like, how are these people still staying upright? Like, and they would
What
just
the
be,
hell?
and there would be like multiple of them. Like you look down the sidewalk and they're like dotting the sidewalk of these like homeless people on heroin,
Whoa.
just like bent over in the middle of the day. Like this is like 1 p.m.
What
And
the fuck?
it's like, Jesus, like it was really bad. Like, I mean, it was so bad that I think the ethical thing to like, it sounds insane, I know, because but this shows just how bad the situation was, that I really feel like it would be the moral and ethical thing to do to put those homeless people in prison, because
Damn.
they would be in a way better situation if they
Oh,
were
okay.
in prison than if
Yeah.
they were on these streets. Like,
Wow. That is crazy.
like sincerely 100% believe that would be the moral thing to do. And that sounds insane, right? Like to imprison the homeless, like that sounds
Yeah.
like some sort of Nazi stuff, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're just going to imprison people who are poor or whatever, but like no.
yeah.
Trust me, this situation is so bad that
Yeah.
intervening and imprisoning these people would be an improvement.
Wow.
It was just like, holy crap. And I didn't know
That
how
is
to, I
nuts.
don't know how to like deal with these people, because you have these people who are all drugged out, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, you know, you have all these people lined up for the concert and like a crowd there. And a lot of them would just come down the edge of the line, you know, asking for money. And
Hmm.
that's not so bad. But every now and then one of them would like come through the line,
Okay.
like, you know, and people
In
have,
between people.
yeah, and everyone has their chairs set up and shit, you know? And
Yeah.
they're like barely stable. It looks like they could fall over at any second. And they keep trying to like steal stuff, like they bend down to tie their shoes, and when they stand up they try to pick up your shit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and all sorts of crap like this. And I don't know how to deal with them. Like, I don't think hostility would work, because these are like unhinged people to begin with. The last thing I want is a confrontation.
Yeah.
And you can't just give them money, because then they know you'll give them money. They'll just come back for more. And it was like, I don't know, it was really awkward.
Yeah, that seems terrible, dude. Holy
And
fuck.
like, at one point, one of the homeless guys just like went uphill from the line and just peed on the sidewalk.
What?
So like this urine was like running towards the line in a river.
Oh God.
And we're all like, what do? We gotta solve this. Like,
What
we gotta
the
come up with a solution in the next like 15 seconds, or we're gonna have piss in our area here for the next day, you know, because we're lined up so early.
Oh yeah.
So we got a mess of newspaper, you know, and like built a little dam and like blocked it off. But I don't know what they were thinking, whoever booked that venue. That was
Yeah.
insane. Like, the neighborhood was horrible. It was unsafe at all hours of the day. The next business over was a strip club
Oh no.
or whatever. So, like, you're trying to take a picture of the marquee, however you pronounce that, the sign, right, for the concert, and you're, like, trying to frame it so you don't have any, like, heroin addicts or, like,
God.
strip clubs, you know, in the shot. Like, you just want a picture of the sign.
That is so ridiculous.
It was so bad.
Wow. I can't actually believe that how bad that was.
It was so bad that, like, everybody was like, oh my god, I'm so glad we're not there anymore.
Oh wow.
Like, holy crap. It was so bad. Like, I mean, you know Neil and them, like, they weren't going to get a hotel at first because they were planning on just staying in line overnight. So they were like, oh, we won't get a hotel, and then we'll go the next day. We'll drive. They're going to drive back after the show. And they ended up booking a hotel because they couldn't be, like, they just couldn't be on the streets all the time. Like,
Yeah,
it was
there's no
so
way.
unsafe. It was
That's
ridiculous. I heard that, like, there's construction going on, like, a block and a half over, and they're building, like, this giant brand new mall or something, or shopping center. And people were saying that when that shopping center gets completed, that the people with money who own that building are gonna, like, forcibly clean up those neighborhoods.
Oh, okay.
And
That makes
basically
sense.
by pushing those people someplace else, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
They'll just hire private security,
Basically,
And-
kick them out.
basically kick everybody out of that neighborhood, and they'll just have to go someplace else. I don't think it's gonna solve the problem, but it's it was weird how fast the transition between good neighborhood and bad neighborhood was too, because like
Yeah.
2 blocks over, you know how San Francisco is always famous for their like cable cars or whatever.
Yeah. The trolley. or
Yeah,
whatever.
2 blocks over was like the end station of one of the lines. So it was like this brick plaza, there's tourists everywhere, you know, it was perfectly fine. And then you walk 2 blocks and you're in like a war zone
What the fuck?
where like the police don't even matter anymore.
Yeah, they don't even go there.
Like, man, it was crazy. Someone like right when we got to the hotel, someone was having like a seizure like on the curb outside the hotel door.
What the fuck?
We're like,
dude?
holy shit, like
Wow,
crazy.
that's pretty nuts, dude.
And I had, like, on the itinerary for this thing, there was, like, San Francisco, and the next city was Chicago. And I had, like, a spare day in between. And I'm like, well, what city do I want to spend more time in, you know? And I
Yeah.
was like, well, San Francisco, obviously, because Chicago has a reputation of being the rough city.
Yeah.
And so, I was there for an extra day after the show. And then when we got to Chicago, the neighborhood in Chicago was perfectly fine. It was like the streets around my area,
Yeah.
like
Just normal.
just normal. No anything. There was like 2 homeless people maybe anywhere, but
Yeah.
like they were fine. They didn't even do anything. They weren't on drugs, obvious. Like, in the middle of the day, just like wasted out of their mind. and it was like, man, I should have come to Chicago for an extra day.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Dude, but
crap.
when we were in San Francisco, it was so just fine. It was just chill, dude.
Someone must have
Everybody was just-
screwed up when they booked this venue, because this
Dude.
venue was in like a war zone.
That is so crazy because the impression I had was like it has to be the same as KPP because it was a big venue
Yeah,
with a balcony.
yeah.
It was perfect because they had the bottom floor had the bar, all this space, GA unrestricted. There's no barriers anywhere. It's just unrestricted space, and then there's some space between the stage and the barrier.
Yeah.
They had huge fans on each side just blowing cold air, which was fucking sweet because it was hot as balls.
Yeah.
I mean, inside, you know, outside is windy in San Francisco,
yeah.
but it was just so chill. And they had like a restaurant on the on the first floor. Like they just have, you go down to go into the GA, but in the first floor before you go down, there's like a bar and restaurant, so you can just chill there before the concert. Then you just go down.
Yeah.
So it was so chill, it was super chill, and it was like there's a Bevmo right across the street. So we just went by there, go right across the street, get some alcohol, and go back to the hotel. Like that was it. Like it was fine. And at J-Pop Summit, it was literally the chillest. Like we went to like, what is it called? Fisherman's Wharf.
Yep.
And that was chill. We walked there, so there was no problems. We didn't see any single drug addict or homeless person.
Did you no gangs like owning the corner?
Of course not.
Down by Fisherman's Wharf.
All we saw was like tourist people. We didn't see
Yeah.
any bad things. There was that all fucking fine.
I walked down to Fisherman's Wharf on that spare day, and like, yeah.
Wait,
it's
you
fine.
were in walking distance, dude?
Well, I
From
walked.
that?
It was like an hour. It was a long
Oh
walk.
shit! Yeah, that's a lot.
But I wanted to see some other parts. I mean, I've been to San Francisco before, so I knew the whole city isn't like a disaster area.
Yeah.
But like, I needed to like cleanse my palate or something, so I walked all the way across the city, basically,
That's pretty cool.
from the horrible area to the tourist area. Apparently, I went through Chinatown at one point because everything went Chinese and then stopped, and became touristy again. But yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
I don't know, I'm torn. Like, would you say that's a learning experience? But I don't know, it was just shit. Like, there's no, I don't think I'm a better person for having experienced that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just now further understand how bad things can be. I don't know.
Don't sugarcoat it. It was just shit.
It was just shit. It wasn't a good experience. The concert was fine once we got in there.
Yeah.
And
After everything else, trash.
It was just a horrible idea to book that area.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. San Francisco and the gangs.
Apparently.